If you're starting something new at 40 years old, 50 years old, or whatever the age, and the people around you have already decided that you're going to fail, I'm going to tell you a story that's going to change how you move when nobody claps for you. In every mature woman's life, there's a dream that you had when you were in your 20s, or maybe when you were a kid. There's something that you always wanted to do. And somewhere along the way, life happens, and you never you never you never accomplished it. But for whatever reason, this dream stays on your mind, and you keep thinking about it. Every now and then it comes back, and you asking yourself, should I do it now? But as you approach your 40s, your 50s, you tell yourself this lie: it's too late to start. I'm too old. I've missed my window. Well, let me tell you my basketball story. Yes, I played basketball in high school. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Webley, and I started playing basketball in high school extremely late. In fact, I started 3 years before I graduated high school. When I started, I've never played basketball before. In fact, I think I went to only one game that our school had, and I think it was the team that they were trying to put back together, and they were trying to convince some of us to join. And one of my classmates and friend, a very good friend, her name was Judith. She was like a baby Jordan. She was extremely good at it. I loved watching her play, and I was telling her how I admired the way that she played basketball. And she said, hey, we need more people in the team, because we're even considering participating again in the national championship, and we would like to have you. And I'm like, I've never played before. She's like, you can always learn. It's never too late. Just come and let's play. So I joined the team. But I also noticed that because we didn't play or participate in the championship for so long, we were out of sight, out of mind. So in fact, we had a reputation though. The reputation was that our school sucked at it. I know it's kind of rough. Um, we sucked at it, but we looked cute in our uniform. And the reason why they said that we look cute, because for some reason, I don't know who decided to make the purchase. The uniforms that we had, they were volleyball uniforms. You know how short the volleyball shorts are? For some reason, they had the girls who played before us playing basketball wearing volleyball shorts. And we never won a game. So that's where the reputation came from. Well, we look cute on court, but we were terrible at the game. So people laughed at us. People laughed at us, at our team. People didn't come to our games, because who's going to root for a team that has a losing reputation? But we had an amazing coach, and our coach had a very simple strategy where he realized that he didn't have enough time to turn us into pros, but he had enough time to capitalize on our strength and to capitalize on the opposing team's weaknesses. And that's exactly what he did. So each one of us, he quickly identified what our strength was. Some of us were quick runners. Some of us were really good at shooting from anywhere on the court. Judith was really good at three-point shooting. She was great at it. And we had another teammate. Her name was Sandrine. Sandrine was really good at three-point shooting. And also Alexandra, another one of my friends, she was the tallest one and really strong girl. So don't mess with her. Don't think that you're just gonna waltz in there and score if Alexandra is there. But me, I was a flying guard, and I was like this annoying mosquito. So My job was to keep the star of the other team. So let's say the star, picture Jordan, okay? Picture Jordan, picture Michael Jordan. And my job was to make sure that no matter what Jordan did, he would not score. Okay, I would block him every step of the way. And I would be, like I said, that annoying little mosquito. And there was a twist in our coach's strategy. He wanted us to really understand how the other team played, not just word of mouth. So, what we did, we went to the games when the other teams were playing, we would watch them play. And after watching the game, our next practice, our coach will ask us, what did we observe? What was such and such player's weakness? So, based on that player's weakness, so one of us, if that was our strength, we were assigned to, whenever we're playing with this particular team, then we knew what to do. So it was actually a brilliant strategy. So we spent a lot of time studying the other teams. And two teams, they were always either first or second in national championship. We studied them like the back of our hand, okay? But guess what? The other team never bothered. None of the other teams never bothered to learn about us, to study the way that we play, because we had the reputation that we were a losing team. So to them, we were completely irrelevant. There was no point in watching us play because they've been winning several years and they had a huge fan base. Let me tell you, these girls, they were in top shape, okay? And they played extremely well. And I remember the first game that I went to and I was watching these girls play, I cried and I'm like, there is no way we can play against these girls. And they were also in really good shape, okay? I'm talking muscles. Us, we were like average. We didn't have all the, and we also didn't have all the fancy equipments that they had. They had a big team of coaches, and I believe we only had two coaches. One was an assistant coach and one was the main coach. So that's it. So they were very confident that it didn't matter who they played against, they would win. So I guess that explains why they didn't think that watching us play in the few games that we played would change any of that for them. The other thing, too, is that no one on our side believed in us. The team before never won a single trophy. I think the school only had one trophy, that I think about it now. But several years had passed and we didn't win anymore. So even on our side, the people around us who were supposed to be rooting for us, they believed that we would fail. So they didn't really show up in some of our games. The people who showed up were our friends and family members. But one of the things that our coach cultivated in us was to keep believing in ourselves and just block what anybody else thought about our team. So, three lessons from this story. Number one, late starters can become dangerous if they train, if they prepare with intention. That's exactly what we did. We were late starters, but we prepared with intention. Lesson number two, our coach didn't try to make us buff, jacked with muscle, turn us into someone else. He worked with who we already were. Alexandra's tall, we're going to use that. Judith is like mini Jordan, we're going to use that. Oh, by the way, the nickname that I had was Sexy Chocolate. Do not ask me how my teammates came up with it. To this date, they still call me Sexy Chocolate. Okay? I was like that annoying little mosquito that will keep anybody from scoring, right? He didn't change us. He used who we are. He used our strength. He didn't care about what the other team had that we didn't have. He focused solely on our strength. And lesson number 3 was pride. The other team, they were so sure, all the other teams were so sure that they will win, that they highly underestimated us. They didn't see us as winners. They saw themselves as winners. And they were so confident about that. We were the new kids on the block. It didn't register to them at all that, yeah, even when they're the new kids on the block, we still need to find out what's going on with this team. They didn't bother learning our games. They didn't bother attending any of our games. We were not considered a threat. And that was a big weakness for them. So I'm going to leave you with this. It's never too late to start, but you cannot wait for applause or for encouragement or for some form of validation from others to start, because your dream was given to you. It wasn't given to them. Put your blinders on and rekindle that thing that you said that you wanted to do, whether you wanted to be a nurse or a doctor or even a lawyer. Okay? Do not wait for applause to begin. So that's it for today. My name is Webley, and I hope this was very inspiring for you, and I can't wait to see you become the next underdog. Comment below and let me know, what is it that the one thing that you always wanted to do that keeps coming back to you now and that's waiting for you to start? So I'll see you tomorrow for day 19. Ah, I can't believe this.